Hey beauty besties, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get ready with me for New Year's Eve. It's actually the day before New Year's Eve. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow and I explain everything in this video, but I wanted to do basically a trial and get ready with you and upload this on New Year's Eve. So we can hang out and get ready together. I love getting ready with my friends. I won't be able to this year because I'm attending a wedding that my friends are not invited to, which kind of sucks, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. So I thought I'd hang out with you guys instead, and I'll be checking my comments the whole night. And yeah, so if you wanna get ready with me for New Year's Eve, then grab a snack or get your makeup and get ready with, like, literally, because this is a long video where I'm talking the whole time. Please keep watching. I just filmed an intro before and it was so fucking long, and then I looked at the time and I was like, wow. I'm super short-winded and out of breath. But quickly, I want to tell you why I wasn't around, why I didn't have as much videos up. If you follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, I've been very active there, but as far as YouTube, I've just had so many things happen all at once, like crazy, amazing. I'm drinking coffee and it's making me like short-winded and have indigestion. It's my own fault, but I really didn't prioritize a YouTube video, and I think because of the holidays, you like spend more time with people you don't usually spend time with. That took a lot of time out, but I like to do that. Like, I really appreciate family and shit like that, so I didn't want to be like, I have to go home and film a yet to have video. Like, I wasn't gonna do that. I cannot catch a breath. I don't know why I'm so short-winded today. This video is a get ready with me for New Year's Eve, like I said, so there's not a lot of life updates I can give you in this one because I'm going to be focusing on how I'm doing my makeup. But I think right after this, I'm going to film that. So if you have any questions about coming into the new year or something I wasn't able to answer in this video, go ahead and comment it now because I'll be reading everything. So not only do I answer every question anyway, I'll be reading it and then filming more of like an in-depth update about everything, my health and the tonsils being taken out, but I am doing so much better. So that's why I'm able to like film this, whatever. So I'm starting with eyes, and I actually want to start with the new Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is not even new, it's new to me because I just started receiving PR from HudaBeauty, so I'm late to the party, but better late than never. And oh my god, packaging is so cute. This is like a makeup trial for me. I'm using like kind of new stuff. I typically wouldn't on a big night out, like New Year's Eve or a birthday or whatever. This palette has a mirror. It's pretty heavy duty too. So the colors are really gorgeous and they really go with the dress I'm wearing. I'll show you the dress in a little bit. So I went and got my nails done today as well, and usually I do pink or white, and for New Year's Eve I usually do something sparkly, but my dress is so sparkly I have to go kind of natural with my nails. Not natural, but you know, low-key with my nails, low-key with my hair, and slightly low-key with my makeup. I want a little more glam to the eyes, but still nothing too crazy because it is so much, so I can't do like the most as I usually would. So far that's good. Basically I took desert sand from the palette and just primed my whole lid. Like, I set my primer with it, and I did my brows because brows is a totally different story. Like, if you want a brow tutorial, let me know, but we can't be doing all of that. I already make long videos. If I included brows too, we'll be here all day. Especially talk throughs, like holy shit. Okay, I'm taking a fluffier brush and going into Eden, and I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. I know some people didn't like this palette, but I mean, so far so good. We'll see. I do really love the Obsessions palette, the little mini ones. Huda Beauty Obsessions. I've been using those for the last 2 weeks and I really like them. Or since I received this PR kit. I don't even think I've had it that long. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, thank you so much for all the engagement, interaction, and super positive comments lately. I don't know what I did to deserve what's been happening to me in the past couple of weeks only. I think only the last 14 days, but I am so grateful, and I think it's so fun when I upload something and you guys really enjoy my work. Not just like my selfies and shit. Like, you appreciate what I love to do, which is doing makeup on other people. Shout out to you guys. I'm taking an e.l.f. crease brush, which is one of my favorites. It's only $3. I actually want to order more. And I'm gonna go into Amber, and I'm gonna dust that on the outside as well. I'm kind of going for like a pinkish warmer type of look because my dress is pink and it really lightens up my eyes, and I like doing that. I like accentuating my eye color. My chair is like hella squeaky, right? I do have like New Year's resolutions and stuff, but at the same time, like, fuck, I feel so pressured. I can't like think of something right away. I'm trying to just enjoy the moment and the emotions of things. And I feel like I set new resolutions for myself like every 2 months. Like I'm one of those people super like into reading motivational quotes and like I believe in you could restart yourself any day you want to. It doesn't necessarily need to be New Year's Eve. I just haven't spoken to you guys on YouTube in so long that my head is all over the place. There's so many things I just want to ramble off, and I have so many questions for you guys. Can you tell I'm hella scattered? There's just so much going on at once, and I'm too excited to be sitting here right now. You know what I noticed too? I feel like brands really took a break this holiday season, and we still did get like some pretty amazing ones, but I just noticed a difference, and I think it's kind of cool. Like I feel like brands are really narrowing down how to use their marketing budget and like navigate where to send stuff and when to spend money. And possibly also take time as a brand, and maybe like more people had off for the holiday. This is blending really nice. I'm gonna use a more dense tapered blending brush, your typical blending brush, an E25, and go into Saffron because this looks a little red and maroonish. That blended in so beautifully. I like took a minute to get super close to the mirror. So far, I really like this palette. But I did want to ask you guys for 2018, like how do you feel about the following? YouTube will purposely not circle around your video for views. So basically the videos, if you go to like every top YouTubers and look at their top videos, all of their top videos will probably be drama related or collaboration with someone in drama. And you'll start to put the puzzle pieces together. And for the YouTubers who don't participate in that type of thing, it's become a little bit harder to like stay doing this full time. It just becomes discouraging because if this is what you wanted to do, unless you participate in current events or things that cause controversy or things that cause people to comment and say like, what the fuck and whatever, you get nothing in return. Like even your own subscribers won't be able to see your video. And that's why it's changed so drastically. And that's why you see an increase in drama videos, because they've manipulated it in such a way where that's the only way you could be successful. And you could listen to other people say that's not true. It is. I'll still be doing beauty content, but I am going to be mixing it up with other things just to expand my brand and to have a channel that's somewhat succeeding. So I hope that you guys are okay with that. And if you are, what type of new style videos would you like to see besides a boyfriend tag? Boyfriend tag is not happening, nor will it ever. Okay, so this looks beautiful. And now I'm gonna go in and probably add like some sort of shade right here. I'm taking a flat shader brush that's not really a name and going into Angelic. And then I'm gonna pop that on the lid. Kind of right in the center where your pupils match what you're viewing, because that really opens up and makes your eyes pop if you keep it like more towards the center. Kind of like a halo eye look, but halo eyes don't look good on my eye shape and face shape. That's why you've never really seen me do them. They don't look good on me. This has hella kickback, but it's just because it's pigmented. I'm gonna wet my brush anyway and then dip it into the shadow. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place with this video, but like I'm really focused on what I'm doing in 2018, where I'm going with this channel, and what's next. So that's why I'm like randomly bringing up different things that have to do with what I'm gonna do next. But another huge goal of mine is to definitely freelance more. I used to not love it as much, and I don't know why. Maybe I was too immature. I'm kind of like a late bloomer. Now I love it so much. Like I just love it so much. I love how clients look at their face and love it, and all they want to do is take pictures of it and things like that. So I want to freelance more, and I don't know if that means in a salon, because I heard a lot of mixed reviews about working in a salon. Or this palette is so good. I really like how this is coming out, and I think I'm good for this eye look. Do you ever like take a step back and look at what you've done with your eyes? But I was on the phone when I did this. I took like a break away from filming real quick. But after I laid down some inner corner highlighting, I take a brush with no product on it and then diffuse it out a little bit, because that's what makes it look more blended rather than like it being that streak on your brow bone or a dot in the corner of your eye. This is how you diffuse it and make it a little bit better. So I'm gonna take the tape off, which is so satisfying because, ow, the line is then perfect. I let this sit on way too long. I'm gonna go in and do Complexion, and then I finish the lower lash line afterward. To prep my skin, I'm gonna use the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir Drops. I really like this. I don't know if I've told you guys that it's not a gimmick. They did do a lot of marketing, but they did it for a dope product. So it's not just like Instagram famous. best. Like, it's actually really, really good. So I prep my skin with this, especially in the winter, because the heat, going from the cold to people using their dry ass heat in their house has been, I don't know what's worse, the dry ass heat or the freezing cold, but it's so dry. Like, my skin has looked so old. It's so bad. So I've been using these like crazy. Even in my skincare routine, like, there's so much more oily. So if you have dry skin, or if you're a little bit more dry in the winter, add like half a drop. If you have super dry skin, use 2 drops. Just thought I'd put that out there. And then to also base my skin, because I haven't been wearing cheekbone highlight, but I have been looking glowy anyways. And it's because I'll prime my whole face with a product like this, which is a liquid highlighter. This one's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Prosecco Pop. So it's has more yellow and gold in it, like almost a little bit of orange in here, if you can see that. And I basically just really rub it into my skin as if it was moisturizer. And if you have textured skin, I would skip this step and just use actually maybe no highlight at all, because it would really accentuate it. And then any excess, I just like give a little rub on the collarbone, because it will look discreet, but you'll glow when the light hits you, instead of looking like, oh my God, what the hell is all over her body? And everything you do to get a blended look, press into the skin and blend it out, even if you're using your fingers. This has been my everyday foundation routine. I mentioned that in my last video too. This has been my everyday foundation routine. Because on New Year's Eve, I'll hopefully be taking quite a few pictures. I'm gonna use my Cover FX Total Coverage Cream Foundation. I use G40, which is pretty golden. On my skin down here, I have way more color than my face, and I like taking a smaller brush. I don't know if this is probably not for foundation, but I like it for foundation. Buff it into the skin, and I feel like it looks a lot better when you buff it into the skin this way. And I try to be really forgiving around my smile line, so I buff it in really lightly over there. This routine is what I do on clients as well. I know a lot of you, there's a lot more to it, obviously, because I have to shorten things for a video, but this is definitely part of it, so try it out. After I've covered everywhere that I really want coverage, especially for a night out, if it was day to day, I wouldn't go this heavy, but for something where you know you're gonna be photographed, I add the coverage where I want and then take a beauty sponge, this one's from e.l.f., and really blot it out so that way it still looks like skin, but you have that coverage. My nose has been running like crazy lately, so I'm gonna put extra right here because it's a little bit red. For concealer, I'm gonna use Tarte Shape Tape. The shade I use is light medium, and with the same sponge, even though it has my foundation on it, I actually think that works in my favor. I just blend it out, and I blend out the under eyes last. Before I set that, I do set my under eyes or else they'll crease and look crazy. But before I do that, I go in and do some contouring. I loved the KKW contour sticks. I did do a full review and it was like a mediocre, but that was because you don't get a lot for your money, but I absolutely love the texture, so I'm using it down to like the very last drop that I have. Actually, I'm gonna use something else and save this for tomorrow. But another contour stick I love is the Benefit Hoola. I think it's a really great dupe for the KKW if you're medium. So I'm super generous because this blends out a lot. I don't do too much on my forehead because I kind of have a small forehead and I don't want to make it any smaller. I like to keep my face as balanced as possible. To blend this out, I'm going to use another small tapered brush. This one's from BH Cosmetics. I think this is one of their professional brush sets. I'll try to find it and leave it down below along with everything else that I use in this video, but it's really good. I actually want a couple more of these brush sets because I really, really like them. And with a light hand, I just blend out my contour with a brush like this. Now that I blended out the contour, I like to go back with a drop more of the concealer, put it right in my tear trough only. This is not the right fucking color. Oh no, it is. Put it right in my tear trough only, blend it out, and then set it. And I'll be setting with RCMA No Color powder. I love this powder. I try to go back to the Laura Mercier setting powder, and my theory was right. If you have dark under eyes, it just makes it look worse. So I went back to this one and it's so much better. And I always get my foundation breaking up around my nose because probably the way my mouth moves when I talk and I just get oily there. So I take whatever's excess and dab it in those areas. Same on my chin. You don't need as much powder as you think you do. I know that there's tons of tutorials where they're like, boom, tons of white powder everywhere. You could do that and it's fine. You just don't have to. So like, it's fine if you do, but it's totally not necessary. And just to make sure there's not like low-key a white cast over here, I take this brush. This is made for wiping off your baking or your powder. It's called a powder sweep. It's like an extra brush, but I actually really like it for what it's meant for. Sigma has some dope little kits. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go in and do the lower lash line with a smudger and a blending brush, using basically the same colors I used on top. Tomorrow we're actually attending a wedding, which is not what I'm used to for New Year's Eve. And I mean, I'm just hoping for the best. I would typically like to be with my close family and friends, but my boyfriend's in the actual wedding. So like, I think a wedding on New Year's Eve is fun when you're close with everyone attending. But when you're just a guest, it's kind of like awkward, I guess, because you're with a bunch of people you don't really know. So whatever, I'm just rambling about what I'm about to do for New Year's. What are you guys doing? One year, I hope, if I'm blessed enough, I'd really love to throw my own party. I don't have a lot of friends, and the friends I do have aren't like, we don't have like a group. I've just come from such a journey of life that all of my friends are just in separate areas. It would be dope if we were all in the same room with some family, but that's like, I feel like that's only gonna happen if I get married. But it would be dope if it was for New Year's Eve and have a party. Everyone that's having a party for New Year's Eve, I'm super jealous. By the way, I just put MAC Costa Rica in my waterline, best eye pencil of all time. Which reminds me, I wanted to do like a 2017 best products and worst products. And I figured that's fine. I could put that up anytime in January. Like January is the month of what's next, best and worst, top this, top that, all that type of shit. So I'm definitely gonna fill that month with those things, especially being that I'm gonna be moving. So to sit and film a tutorial will be a little bit more difficult, but sitting and talking, I can try to do anywhere. So maybe my background won't be the same every time, but talking to you and going over those things, we can get done. So far, I'm really satisfied. It's super cute. I don't want to do the wing yet because I haven't decided if I'm going to wear some glitter. So let's just go in and complete the face. I have this mini Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and this is the product that I like to use to set my nose contour, which is so high maintenance, but it's been working really great. I'm not too precise about my nose contour because, and for bronzer, since my body is a little bit more bronze than my face, I'm gonna use my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in medium and this huge fluffy brush. This is goat hair from Sephora, and that's how you get a really nice even application. A lot of other things I prefer using synthetics because I feel like they blend better, but for powders, bronzer, and blushes, goat hair is the go-to. Not Kylie's overpriced brushes. I didn't even touch on that subject. Like, no, Kylie, but whatever. I'm thinking maybe I will do a highlight for this look. For that, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Chrome highlighter. I'm not wearing highlight often, but when I do, it's definitely this one. It's so inexpensive and it's so good for medium skin tone. So I'm just gonna lightly press it onto the cheekbone up here. Not too heavy, but lightly, and I think it looks pretty like that. Now that I put some bronzer and that's like a transition shade for my face, I'm gonna go in with the MUA bronzer palette, which is a little bit more neutral cool. Contour a little. My absolute favorite lately is using blush. I don't know what I've been sleeping on. I don't know why it took me so long to get to this point. I feel like I've always loved purchasing blush but not wearing it the right way. So I'm gonna go to town on my blush. I've been obsessing on the Blush Trio Cocktail Party from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I do a lot because blush wears off first, and I think faces just look so much prettier, like naturally prettier, when there's a good pink blush on. Not every blush will work, but a good pink one. Before I do mascara and liner, I like to go in and set my face. I've been loving the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. It's a lot like Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist, but a lot less oily and a lot less pricey. Again, I'm so sorry that I'm all over the place in this video, I promise. Things will be back on track. I just have so much to tell you guys. There's so many products on my desk. There's so much loading up at once that like, where is my head? I don't even know. To set my brows, clear brow gel. And I always do this after powders. That way they're nice and clean. I'm gonna go in and do my liquid liner really quick off camera because I have to be all the way here on the mirror. Okay, wing liner's done. Shit. I've been promising you guys an in-depth wing liner tutorial, and I mean it. I really do mean it, and I will get to it, and I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I'm just fucking sorry, okay? For a little extra pop, but not too crazy, I'm gonna use Grind. This is the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner from Urban Decay. Grind. This glitter liner just makes everything better, okay? Even if you're a natural makeup wearer, but you want a little bit of sparkle, this is the one. Okay, so I finished the glitter, and I went in and did my mascara using the Maybelline Total Temptation. It's a new mascara from them. I happen to really like it, so thank you, Maybelline, for sending it to me. And now I'm gonna pop on my lashes. I feel like these are the perfect lashes for the job. And I love to use this tool from Reveal Beauty. I'm gonna try to find it and link it down below, but I have to mush together my real lashes and the fake lashes, or else it just looks too chunky and like disorganized. For my lips, I want to go a little bit more nude and brighter than usual, so I'm going to use NYX lip liner and coffee. And for lipstick, I'm going to use this NYX Love Out Loud, super pale, but we're going to blend it so it doesn't look crazy. And I think the shade is called LOL. So at first it looks absolutely ridiculous, but I just mush my lips together, let it dry a little bit, and then I go back in with the liner and kind of ombre blend it. So it kind of looks like a baby pink, but it's not as purple. I don't know how to say that. Okay, so my makeup look is done. I don't need to necessarily take out my hair or do all those things because I'm not going anywhere, but you would definitely see pictures probably on Instagram and Snapchat and all my social medias because it's New Year's Eve, so that calls for extra uploading, so make sure you're double tapping today. I'm just gonna leave my hair and stuff like this, but I'm gonna run and grab my dress and show it to you. Okay, so here's the dress, and it drapes over the boobs really nice. It's all the way to the floor, and it's kind of like a fishtail style, like, oh no, not, it's kind of like a mermaid style a little bit, not as dramatic, but it hugs your curves, and then it flares out a tiny bit at the ankles, but I'm really short and my heels, there's no heel high enough, and I figured it would look so fucked if I try to get this type of sequins bullshit hemmed, so I didn't. So it's gonna probably drag on the floor the whole night, but like whatever, it's one night and I'll never wear this again. Like, how do you wear this again? But I really did like it, and I know it's so extra and low-key tacky as hell, but that's me. I'm like low-key tacky, I'm super extra. And honestly, I had such a hard time finding a dress for New Year's Eve because it is a wedding. So I couldn't wear what I would want to wear. Like, you guys know me. You know I want to be in a tiny little two-piece, showing tons of cleavage, showing my midsection, showing some leg, like doing the most, and big curly hair. But I'm going to somebody else's wedding, and it's black tie, so I need a gown. So even though it's somebody else's wedding, I wanted something to speak to myself. I'm coming into New Year still as me, super glam, super extra, and super confident in myself. So I'm so excited to start the new year. And if you're still watching this video, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your continued support. 2017, I'll get into it more. Like I said, I promised a whole life update and like tons of gossip and bullshit to fill you in on. But 2017, actually 2016 to 17 has been insane. And I doubt that it's gonna get any easier. I don't think it ever gets any easier. I think it's how you learn and grow. I'm really excited for 2018 because I'm really ready to take on a number of different roles. Like, I've never been so hungry to have my hands in anything I possibly can, whether it be on social media or things off of social media, just anything to make my life prosper more and grow more and just experience new things. I'm so excited for that because I feel like for a couple of years there after being diagnosed, I was super scared of everything. And that's so normal, I know it is, but I'm so fucking tired of that. I have my confidence back, so I'm really excited to be making new friends and meeting new people and opening up to opportunities that would normally scare me or I would talk myself out of it. And I'm so ready, and I hope you guys are too. I feel like we've all kind of had a fucky 2 years, and we're all kind of like, all right, 2018 is gonna be it this time. And I read a bunch of stuff that it's gonna be more of a lucky year, who knows, but I'm wishing the best for you guys. And just remember, I'm here for you, I'm your friend. I'm gonna be updating you on social media as much as possible and sticking with you because I realize that nights like this are not fun for everyone. And I've sat alone on New Year's Eve before, trust me. I've cried by myself, been completely alone, and I know that it's not a celebration for everyone. And I know that especially around holidays, you miss people that you may have lost, your exes, family members passing, whatever it may be, but you're not gonna be alone, and whatever you're going through, you can get through it. And I hope that whatever it is, the energy will shift, and come the new year, you're a new bitch and excited and fearless, and you make it through. So thank you so much again for watching, and I hope I see you next time.